Alright, we're making a study guide for the language test. The language test is tomorrow, Wednesday. First thing you need to know is commas on this. Page 198 in the back of your book, rules 1 to 6, especially rule 1. You will have to correct run-on sentences of one section. And then rules 2 through 6, you will need to fix errors in a sentence. In other words, find all the places where they left the commas out. So don't forget to insert. This is where some of you keep forgetting to put that insert, even though the rules say use proofreader marks to insert the necessary commas. I mean, the directions say that, not the rules. Some of you still keep forgetting to put them. Use the insert marks. When we do our paper today, make sure you're using the insert marks. Alright? And then the next section on your paper has to do with nouns. Alright? And you will need to be able to identify common, plural, and compound. Especially the compound. There is a whole section that is just find all the compound nouns in these sentences. So find in sentences. That's what you're going to have to do. Find the common nouns in the sentence, find the plural nouns in a sentence, find the compound nouns in a sentence, and then another whole section entirely where you're just underlining every single compound noun. Now, nouns, page number for nouns, who is making that noise needs to stop. The definition for noun is on page 197, but we're more worried about common, noun. Above common noun or below it, I'm going to put it below it, so 194. The definition for a common noun is on page 194. Let's go with plural. Plural noun, all you need to know is plural noun, and that's on page 197. And compound noun. They have compound word, which is basically how you figure out a compound noun. That's on page 194 too. Okay. And remember, there's two ways to have a compound noun. What are the two different ways? Let's put our feet on the floor and our arms in our chair. You need to stand up to see something, see it, and then sit back down to the right. Olivia, what's one?
One of them is like Mrs. McLaughlin.
Yeah, when you're taking two words that mean just one thing, like Mrs. McLaughlin or Mr. Riceberg or Pastor Chris, those two words still mean just the one person, so that is considered a compound noun. Give me another idea for a compound noun. What's another way you might find a compound noun? Abby?
When it's mixed together, like
Just give me an example.
bathtub.
Bathtub, very good. Bathtub, made up of bath and tub, so that's another way to do it. Can somebody give me one more idea? Paige.
What, like a city and a state?
A city and a state, very good. A city and a state like Pensacola, Florida, Westminster, Maryland, very good. She said Westminster, Maryland. There is another idea that nobody's mentioned, let's mention that one too. Does somebody know what I'm talking about? Jonathan?
Well, sometimes when it's like a place like I forgot what it was.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone National Park.
Very good. A place like Yellowstone National Park. It's only one place, but it is called Yellowstone National Park, which is three separate words. Yellowstone National Park, all of them are capitalized, but that would be a compound noun. So you'll have to know them both ways. Actually not both, there's more than one way. That's names, there's more than one name. Places, so there's more than one word. A city and a state would be considered a compound noun, and then those ones that are put together like pancake and butterfly, and even our spelling list this week, grandparents, right? snowflake, words like that are all considered compound nouns. Alright, the next thing is types of sentences. I'm getting a little low, but you guys have had types of sentences since I think your very first test.
Yep.
Or is it kinds of sentences? It is kinds of sentences, isn't it? Alright, so let's change it kinds of sentences, because that's the way it is in your book. Kinds of sentences. If I'm not mistaken, that is the way they word it in the back of your book. Yes, kinds of sentences, and that is on page 197. And we will review the chart in just a moment. Page 197, the kinds of sentences, declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory, and then you need to punctuate them at the end. Don't forget to do that too. Alright, I already told you there's a section where you're just finding compound nouns. Right? And then there is one more section. I'm going to write it up here because I'm running out of room. And you need to know possessive. It's not a big section. It's the one I've been telling you about where there are going to be two sentences and you have to decide which one is correct. Which one uses possessive correctly? So possessive is talking about apostrophe S. So you need to have something that belongs to the somebody. Okay? And I'm going to put page number for possessives. And I guess it's just going to have to be for the apostrophe rule. Apostrophe, you're going to have to write the word apostrophe because that's where you find the rule. Whoops, there it goes. Apostrophe S. Okay, and that is on page 198. They don't have a place where it just says possessive. They just have a rule for the apostrophe S showing possession or ownership. Okay. So why don't we do this sentence first? Eyes up here. Or let's look at these two sentences that I put up here on the board. If you're not finished writing, don't worry about it. I'll make sure you're finished writing. Everybody's eyes here. That means stop writing, please. You will get a chance to finish writing. Look at the board. Okay, so we have a sentence by Jim, and we have a sentence by Mom. Jim's sentence says, I played with the dogs in my yard. Bob's sentence says, I found the dog's bone on the porch. Eric, which sentence is dogs used correctly? Because dogs, apostrophe S, is supposed to show possession or ownership, right? Bob, very good, because Bob has dog's bone. What is this one really?
Plural.
Yeah, that's supposed to be plural, so it should not be dog apostrophe S, it should just be D-O-G-S, plural dogs. I played with the dogs, more than one dog in my yard. Okay, if you have apostrophe S, you need to have something that belongs to that person or thing. Okay, in this case, the dog is a thing. But if it was person, you'd have to have something that belongs to that person. So all you'd have to do is just tell me that Bob's sentence is correct. That's all you're going to have to do basically on the test. It's really easy. Alright? It's really easy. That's all you have to do. But you have to know which one is using possession correctly. Ownership, apostrophe S. Which one is done correctly. Alright, I'm going to show again the study guide, just in case you didn't finish doing the study guide. Alright, let's do, how many of you need more time to write this? How many of you are over here though? If you are still over here, you need to write this faster.
Okay.
Write faster. Alright, let me get the charts. I'm just gonna do two charts because commas are on this chart, on this test. And then kinds of sentences are on this test. That's all we're gonna do here. Okay? So let's start with commas first. Alright, so again, stop writing. I'll make sure everybody has it done also have it on paper today, so you get to practice it. Okay? You're gonna use a comma after yes or no at the beginning of a sentence. Use a comma before and after the name of the person you are speaking to in a sentence. And that is called direct address. Do you put a comma every time you see somebody's name? No. No, you have to be speaking to that person. Remember, if their name is at the beginning, the comma goes after their name. If their name is at the end, the comma goes before their name. And if their name is somewhere in the middle, before and after their name. Alright, use a comma to separate a city and a state. Finish the rule. And after the state, too, if it's not at the end of the sentence. And then use a comma to separate words or groups of words in a series. One more. Use a comma to separate parts of a date. And I don't like that, do I? No. We're going to say after the day in a date. And after the year, too, if it's not at the end of the sentence. So do you put a comma after the month? No. After the day.
Yeah.
And that could be the day of the week.
Yeah.
Tuesday. Tuesday.
The day of
comma,
the month.
Or the day of the month, the 17th, comma. So never after the month. After the year, if it's in a sentence and not at the end of the sentence, then you put a comma after the year too. All right, now let's do types of sentences. Eyes up here, please. Noses covered. All right. First type of sentence, kind of sentence is declarative. Makes a statement. Ends in a period. Get where you can see, please. Interrogative sentence asks a question. Ends in a question mark. An exclamatory sentence shows sudden or strong feeling. Ends in an exclamation mark. An imperative sentence gives a command. Ends in a period. All right. Now we're going to do your paper. So you still haven't finished writing this. You just need to put it on pause because we're going to do your paper now. We're also going to be using red pen to put a star. So grab your red pen out real quick. If you don't have a red pen, then just grab out a colored pencil. A red colored pencil quickly, please. All right, we will be doing 2 pages today. We'll be doing 69 and 70. And I don't need to hear the noises. Red colored pencil or red pen. Okay. All right, let's begin. Read with me the comma rules. Remember to use commas with adjoining words to correct a run-on sentence. Stop. Get your paper picked up now. Get your paper picked up now. Let's read the next rule. After yes or no at the beginning of a sentence, before and after the name of the person being spoken to, that's direct address, between words or groups of words in a series, between city and state, after the state in a sentence. And they're talking about if it's not at the end of the sentence. And to separate parts of a date. That's after the day and a date. After the day and a date. And after the year in a sentence. If it's not at the end of the sentence. All right, we're going to do this page now. No, we're going to do this. Tennessee, read it with me. Tennessee is bordered by the states of Kentucky, Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and Missouri. So what's the rule for that? Just call it out. Words in a series. Very good. So what's the first word in the series? Kentucky. So insert. Make sure you insert Are you hearing me say that you need to insert
Yes.
the comma? What's the next one?
North Carolina.
No.
Virginia.
Virginia. Because it says Kentucky, then it says Virginia. So comma after Virginia. Then after Carolina. Do you need one after North?
No.
No. North Carolina goes together. So the comma doesn't go after North, it goes after Carolina. North Carolina is the name of the state. What's next? Georgia. Insert after Georgia. Please be neater with your insert marks. They do not need to be that big. What's next?
Alabama.
Yes, Alabama. Next? Mississippi. Next? Stop. Because you see the word and. Paper, I was great, and somebody actually put a comma after the word and because they weren't really listening, were they? You do not put a comma after the word and. You stop. When you see the word and, you stop. That's the last one. You read the next one with me. On Wednesday, June 1st, 1796, Tennessee became the 16th state in the United States. So this has to do with what? What rule does this have to do with? The date. So we're going to say after the day and the date. What's the first day? Wednesday. What's the second day? First. The one. And do we need another comma?
Yes.
After the?
1796.
Yes, after the year 1776 because it's not at the end of the sentence.
You said 66.
Oh, 1796, sorry. I said the year the country was born, didn't I? 1776. It says 1796. Nashville, Tennessee is the state capital. What rule is this?
Separate the state and
City and the state. So you need a comma after Nashville. Do we need one after Tennessee? Yes, because it's
Not at the
end of the sentence. So Nashville is a city and Tennessee is a state. By the way, what if you read that tomorrow on the test and you did not know if Nashville and Tennessee were a city and a state? What could you do? You just ask. Just raise your hand and say, is this a city or a state? And I will let you know. All right, next. Noah, have you heard the story of Davy Crockett? No, why? Very good. Direct address. You're talking to somebody named Noah. Do you need one for Davy Crockett? No, you're not talking to Davy Crockett. You're talking about Davy Crockett. And Davy is not a city and Crockett is not a state. Davy Crockett is a man. Let's read the next one. Yes, I know that Davy Crockett was born in Tennessee. Yes or no at the beginning of the sentence. Very good. Did you know, Mom, that the state flower of Tennessee is the iris?
Before and after Mom.
Yes, before and after Mom, because again, this is direct address. You're talking to Mom, so put a comma before Mom and a comma after Mom. All right, this next section, we're going to skip it and do it last because it's going to take you longer. This is the run-on sentence section. So turn your paper over. On the back, you're going to identify what kind of sentence it is. Read it with me. Have you visited Tennessee? Interrogative. It is asking a question, so INT on the line, and then you need to end it with a question mark, because it is interrogative. So insert the question mark. Number 2, read it with me. I found a book in our library about the 50 states. Declarative. That is just simply telling me something, and it's going to end with a period. Declarative, insert a period. All right, read the next one. Please let me see it. Very good. Imperative. That is a command, and it ends with a period again. Just like declarative, imperative ends with a period. All right, read the next one with me. Wow. You can see 7 states from Lookout Mountain in Tennessee. Exclamatory. That wow is the hint that lets you know that's exclamatory, and so you end it with a exclamation mark, or known as a exclamation point. Last one. Did you know that cotton candy was invented in Tennessee and taken to the World's Fair? Interrogative. They are asking you a question. They're asking if you knew something. Did you know? All right, next section is also going to take you a while. This is sort of like what you're going to do on the test, but it's a little bit harder because you're having to write the sentences. But they are making you pick from the choices. So first of all, they're going to have you write a declarative sentence using a plural noun. Of those nouns in that box, which ones are plural?
Trains,
No, you need to tell me. No, plural, honey. Plural, not
train
plural.
cities, and trains.
Trains, cities, one more.
Great Smoky Mountains.
Yes, Great Smoky Mountains, that's plural. Trains is plural and cities is plural. So when you write your sentence, you're going to pick one of those and write a sentence about that. All right, now let's go the second direction. The second direction says write an interrogative sentence using a proper noun. What are the proper nouns in that sentence?
Great Smoky Mountains, Tennessee, Davy Crockett.
Very good, that's it. Davy Crockett, Tennessee, Great Smoky Mountains. So an interrogative. Read your directions again. Make sure you remember that this is supposed to be interrogative. But an interrogative is about Davy Crockett, Great Smoky Mountains, or Tennessee. Read the next one. Number 3. Write an exclamatory sentence using a compound noun. What are the compound nouns?
Great Smoky
No,
Mountains.
stop. Let's just do it one at a time. Because you guys are reading them all, and you're not reading the same ones at the same time, so it sounds like garbage coming out of your mouth. So,
Cotton candy.
cotton candy's one.
Mockingbird.
Say it again. Mockingbird. Very good.
Great Smoky Mountains.
Great Smoky Mountains. Adam?
Davy
Good one.
Crockett.
Davy Crockett. So you have a lot to choose from for that. You choose which one you want to use. Cotton candy, Davy Crockett, Mockingbird, Great Smoky Mountains. And the last one is a declarative sentence using a noun that cannot be seen or touched, but can be heard. What is that? Music. So that one you don't have a lot of choice on. It's just music. That's the only one you have to do there. Something you cannot see or touch. Now go back to the other side and let's look at those run-on sentences. Let's read the first run-on sentence. Ruby Falls is in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It is an exciting place to visit. Where does that first sentence actually end?
Tennessee.
After Tennessee. So you're going to insert either and, but, or. Which one would be the best?
And.
Now they're not even telling you. Usually they tell you, but they're not telling you which one to use. But Ruby Falls is in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and, don't forget that, it is an exciting place to visit. Let's read the next one. Let's figure out where we're gonna put it and what we're gonna use. Read it with me, please. I can't see. The state bird is the mockingbird. The state insect is the honeybee.
After Mockingbird.
Very good. After mockingbird, and which one would be good to put there?
But.
No.
Or.
No. And. Just and. You're telling me two different things. So and is still the one you want to use there. One more time. Read that last one with me. The rain stopped. The sky is still cloudy.
Stop and.
No.
But.
But the rain stopped, but it is still cloudy. That's where it's best to use the word but. And we didn't use or at all. And you're not paying attention. You need to wake up. All right, you may go ahead and finish both those sections now.